Is self-defense always legal when you can and can't fight back? If someone attacks you, can you legally fight back? What if they're just yelling? What if you shoot an intruder? These aren't just hypothetical questions. They can mean the difference between walking free and facing a murder charge. In today's video, we're breaking down the laws of self-defense, when it's allowed, when it's not, how to stand your ground, and duty to retreat laws. Completely change the rules depending on where you live. So what is self-defense? Legally, self-defense is the use of reasonable force to protect yourself from imminent harm. Let's break that down. Reasonable, so you can't go overboard. Imminent, it has to be happening now, not a threat from last week. Proportional, deadly force is only justified if you reasonably believe your life or someone else's is in danger. Someone shoves you, you can shove back. Someone pulls a gun on you, you can defend yourself. Even when deadly force even with deadly force in most jurisdictions. Here's when it gets sticky. Different states have different rules. Duty to retreat. Duty to retreat states require you to escape the situation, if you can safely do so, before using deadly force. Stand your ground. Stand your ground laws say you don't have to retreat. If you're somewhere you're legally allowed to be, you can use force, even deadly force, if you reasonably believe it is necessary. Some examples of stand your ground are Florida, Texas, and Georgia. Duty to retreat ones are New York and Massachusetts. This is why two people in two different states can do the same thing but get two very different legal outcomes. And then there's the castle doctrine, which states you have no duty to retreat in your own home. If someone breaks into your home, you don't have to run. You can defend yourself and your family. But, and this is important, the castle doctrine does not give you the right to set traps, shoot someone in the back, or use force against someone who isn't threatening you. Some real life examples are George Zimmerman from 2012. He was acquitted under Florida's Stand Your Ground law. Kyle Rittenhouse from 2021 claimed self-defense in Wisconsin and was also acquitted. Marissa Alexander fired a warning shot in Florida, initially sentenced to 20 years, later released, sparked debates about racial bias and self-defense laws. These cases show how self-defense law is deeply tied to not just what happened, but who, where, and how it happened. When self-defense fails. So, what happens when your self-defense falls apart? Well, if you started the fight, if the threat was not imminent, if your response was not proportional, and you used force after the threat had already ended, the laws will look different. We'll look at all of these details. Self-defense is a legal defense, not a get-out-of-jail-free card. Self-defense is your right, but it's not a blank check. The law wants you to protect yourself, not escalate, not ever escalate. So now you know your state's law. Understand the limits, and if you're ever in doubt, talk to a lawyer. Please like and subscribe for more legal breakdowns every week.